Good morning. Someone slept last night. Yeah, yesterday was not a good sleep, but I was joking with the gang this morning because they all went to dinner last night. And I went, where?
The jacket.
Oh, the jacket?
Hot with it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Well, I brought this one with me. And I was like, Cliff and I looked at each other, and I go, I might just go to my room and like get room service and go to sleep. He's like, really? I might do the same. I was like, let's do it. And so then I went to my room and I was like, I might not get room service. I might just raid the whatever food. So I had like a glass of pistachios and went to bed. But I feel like I can recognize faces again. Thank y'all again for coming out and bringing us out here. And let's not waste y'all's time. Well, good morning to you.
Good morning. It's a little bit.
Are you waving? Hi.
Hi.
She has her hand up. It's bright lights. I have like 100, so I know the feeling.
Okay, that's great. Hope you had a great evening.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't speak any other language, so I can't imagine trying to not speak it first.
I have a question about Walker. What
Okay.
was the funniest scenes to shoot?
The funniest?
Yes.
Gosh, it's funniest because I'm messing around off camera, or funniest because it was comical. I have a lot of fun on that show, and I try and make people laugh and keep the energy kind of light. There were a few times, there was a scene where we kind of introduced Cassie's character, and during the scene I did something, and I heard our director and a few people in Video Village start laughing, and it was the bit where we're in Captain James' office, and she's talking about how she doesn't control speed bumps, and I kind of look at her and squeeze my chair away from her. And so just kind of bits where Walker, who's this heroic guy, is kind of acting childish, I laugh a lot. I think it's probably who I am as a person. But yeah, what was the funniest one you think?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yes.
We have a good time. It's more, you know, we say it's not a comedy, but we hope people laugh.
I love. I have so many favorite scenes because the emotional scenes, the fight scenes, all the funny scenes, they all have a story, and I love that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lola.
Thank you. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My question is, you got reunited with Matt Barr at Walker Independence, and we'd love to see you reunited with him in Walker as well. Is it going to happen?
I think y'all might be happy campers. I think you might see Matt again. You didn't hear it here. Yeah, I love Matt. And we're gonna hang out this summer as well. He's getting married. So he's off the market, ladies, sorry. But yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Hey.
Okay. And so as an equestrian myself, I really felt the Walker when the race was on and the Gert snap, because I've had that happen to me like 2 fences and finish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was thinking, I'm presuming that was a stunt double.
It was. I do a lot of the horse stuff,
Yeah.
but
That got me thinking. I was like, I would have loved to have a stunt double that day.
I know. Well, yeah, no. So Chad Dashnaw, who's my stunt double and the stunt coordinator, it was him. But I was like, I want to learn to do that. And he's like, well, just come out to the ranch and I'll teach you how to do it. He has a falling horse. I'm sure y'all, like, equestrians kind of know this. You know, you have your kind of deadhead horses. You put your, like, novice riders on. Then you have ones that are, like, cutting horses and this and that. So I do a lot of the horse riding. But the stunts, I wanted to do it. I wanted to learn. But I think because of insurance purposes, they probably wouldn't have let me do it anyways in case something happened to my knee. How did you do that after it happened to you?
I was going over as like a double, so it's like jump, one stride, jump. The Gert snapped going over the second bit of the jump, and then as I landed, the horse like reared and reared and reared, and the saddle just went strip, and I went strip, and I went slap. So
He didn't fall on you or anything?
no, he was good. He just stood there staring at me like, what are you doing? So
Get back on.
he was good. He was like, everyone's like, your saddle, and I was like, I know. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the ground. I'm aware something happened.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, getting to my question. So was there any like stunt you're ever watching your stunt double do, and you're like, I am so grateful for having a stunt double, or vice versa, that you've seen them do or
Yeah.
wanted?
I think in Walker, specifically, the car crashes scare me. Because it just feels, most of the stunts, even though they look great on camera, they look like it's an accident and not expected, you kind of know what's going to happen. It's a dance, you know? So you know, like, oh, you're going to tackle me into here, we're going to go through this wall or this table or whatever. But there's some, you know what's funny? The stunt on Walker Independence that my character kind of does, it's called a stunt, that one looked like it hurt. And I could see, you know, because stunt performers are usually just like, I'm cool, like, want to do it again? I'm cool. But I could kind of see it in Chad's face, like, oh. So he did it again, I think maybe 2 more times. But that one sucks. But in general, it's the car accidents, because you don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, they're going to hit at this intersection and travel here. It's like they're going to hit, and we're going to be prepared for them to travel here. We can hope for the best, hope it goes where we want, and it never does. We've had a few car flips, and those, yeah, they're all, you know, gacked up, and we have roll cages and all that, but still, you're going, I wouldn't want to be in a car that's going to explode. And they take the engines out if it's going to be like they take all the combustible stuff out so it can't get punctured and blow up for real. But still, it's just like, and I think also because I just got in a pretty bad car accident on April, that'll do it. So I think that's a bit of like PTSD or something.
No, definitely.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi,
Good morning.
good morning.
I wanted to know, you're always sitting a little different than other people on your chair. If you ever fell off your chair on stage, or if anything else embarrassing happened.
On stage, I hope not. I can't imagine, I can't think of when, but yes, have I? Possibly. No, I think it's just cozier for me. Air it out.
You could use your long legs as an excuse.
As an excuse?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that is. I don't know. This just feels, I don't know. This is something, I don't know, I'm a weird dude. But no, I don't think I've fallen. Unless I've probably done it to myself on accident, which I wouldn't put past myself. But I'll stay safe. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Ksufia from Ukraine. And I want to ask, what 3 things would you take alone to a desert island?
Oh gosh. I would want to read, so I wouldn't want to take, I guess I would take an iPad so I could download a bunch of books. Am I going alone? Wait, what? Why is that a bad thing?
Charger.
What's that?
You need a charger.
And 2 chargers. I would take one of those things, don't they, like cranks? You know? Sit there and you're cranking and you turn a page and you crank it. That's a good point. Yeah, I have like a solar charger. Come on, guys. And something to cook with. Like a, I don't know.
A George
something.
Foreman grill.
A George Foreman grill? I don't have. You can't put a charger for a George Foreman grill. I mean, I use my iPad a lot, so I'm kind of thinking about like, I want pictures. Am I going alone? Then I'd want pictures of like loved ones, books, and so I guess I'd have to have a charger and something to charge the charger. That's a good question. Now I gotta think. I gotta have my desert island bag prepped and ready. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Daria, and this is my first time, and resulted to be that this is the one we were waiting for 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for my English. So now I'm happy and super excited, but I think that tomorrow after the concert I will cry because it's over. And so what would you advise to cope with this feeling of emptiness when something that you were waiting for so long is over?
I guess there's a great quote, and I don't remember it exactly, but it's something like, "Don't be sad, it ended. Be happy, it happened." You know? And we're sad too. We love these, and we love getting to come to amazing places like Rome and all the other places we've been, and get to see each other, and get dinner, and we'll hang out in the green room, and this and that, see y'all, see friendly faces we've known for years. And there's always a little bit of like, when it's over, like that, man, that was fun. It feels like a weekend in Las Vegas or something, where you're just having a great time, and for those who have great times in Vegas. But I guess the memories are sticking around. So just think of all the fun stuff you got to do. You know, new friends you've made, hopefully, keep in touch, and talk with each other about funny moments and this and that. Yeah, thank you and welcome.
Thank you, I love you.
Hi there.
So my question is about your character on Walk Independence film last week. So spoiler alert if anyone's not watched it yet. I was really relieved to see that you actually survived the confrontation with Hoyt in the end. Was that on purpose to leave things open? And also, if there's someone walking around that looks so much like Cordell, surely he must be in Abby's family tree somewhere. And have you thought about that at all?
We have thought about that. We didn't know how incestuous we would want that to be. but yes, I do hope to be on Independence again. That is the plan. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi Jared, greetings from Germany.
Greetings.
And my question is, when someone is possessed by a demon, and here and others don't know, because the demon acts like the original person, and he should get an anti-possession tattoo. What would happen? Trap the demon, or destroy the demon with the tattoo, or I have no idea.
I think you have to trap the demon and exorcise it. Ideally, if you care about the person, you don't want to just stab them.
Forever? Because the tattoo is forever.
Yeah, but if you could trap the demon, then you could exorcise it and either kill the demon and send it to hell, or,
Okay.
leave it trapped.
Okay.
It's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Dankeschön. Hi there.
Hi. My question is about the different versions of Sam you played. There were a lot. Which one was the most challenging one, and which one was the most fun one to play?
It's kind of the same answer. I think the most fun one still, and I've thought about it, was Soulless Sam. And that was the most daunting for me to try and figure out what I was going to do, because it had never been done on the show, and I was like, The most challenging was Gabriel Ezekiel, because I had to do transitions within a scene. Soulless Sam was soulless from action to cut, whereas when I was Sam, and then he bust into angel form, it was just something different that I hadn't really done. I didn't know how it was going to happen, and I hadn't seen the visual effects yet to know that I'd have some help with the eyes changing.
You didn't need the help.
Well, thank you. Yeah, but it was good to have it. I was happy. I was like, okay, cool. Now it's clear. Like now this is not Sam speaking. That was a lot of fun too in the end. But yeah, so I think Gadriel was the most difficult, and Soulless was the most fun. What do you think? What do you think was the most fun to watch?
The most fun to watch. I love Justin Sam.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun actually to film. Yeah, that was a good time. And also, Gary Sam was fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we loved it. Yeah. That was a lot of fun to play. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I played a lot of Sams.
Hi, I have a comment and then a question. So the comment, yesterday someone asked about when you'd been anxious on the supernatural set, and you said during the French Mistake because you weren't confident about your comedy, because man, you're great at that. So I just wanted to pass on. I don't know if anyone told you what Drake Rogers said in his panel about the Winchesters. He uses you as a model, and he said specifically for comedy scenes, he thinks to himself, what would Jared do? How would Jared play
Oh,
this?
that's amazing.
I want to pass that on. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And by the way, he's dying to be on your Walker shows.
I would love. He's been a little busy.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
But that'd be amazing.
So I just wanted to pass those on. I've been loving Walker Independence, and I'm a little terrified about the CW. They seem to have lost their minds about scripted TV. So I just wanted to ask you, do you have any intel you can tell us about, is the CW going to continue with scripted TV? And if not, do you have like alternate plans of other platforms you could use?
Great question, thank you. I also love Independence, and long story short, I don't know, you know? I mean, CW, the new leadership has announced that it's kind of changing directions. We don't know what that direction will be. I've been proud to be with CW since day one. You know, Jensen and I predated CW on Supernatural and, you know, on Smallville and Gilmore Girls and this and that. And so it's been an honor to call the CW my home for the last, God, it was 2006, I think, so 17 years. And, you know, if I was born a couple hundred years ago, I'm the court jester, you know, if I don't make the king laugh off with his head. So I'm grateful to have been able to live the life I live, meet the friends I've met, and travel to the places I've traveled by playing pretend, you know, like it's a blessing I'm grateful for every day. So if the CW does go a different direction and thinks it's no longer the home for a show like Walker or Walker Independence or whatever, then we do have other options. Yeah, but that's up to the CW. It'd be an honor to keep calling it home, you know? I mean, I think since Jensen went on to The Voice and whatnot, I think I'm the only, I know I'm the only person who's been number one on the call sheet of a CW show every time there's a new episode airing every week for 17 years. And so I'd love that to carry on. It'd be an honor. And I've talked with some of the new people at the CW, and I've obviously talked with my longtime friends who are no longer at the CW, and they, to a person, you know, the people who replaced us, they're wonderful and kind, and they really want this to work, and they want it to be profitable so that it makes sense, so they're not just spending money and this and that. But that's just one of those things. It is anxiety inducing, but whatever happens, happens. And I'll still come back to Rome as much as I can, no matter what happens.
Thank you.
I guess it's really bright over there. Y'all can't see what I can see, but everybody on this side who walks up, when they're in the shade, they're kind of like smiling and happy, and as soon as they get into the light, they're like, oh. It's like a werewolf transition, like. Sorry, it's so bright.
I've got any sunglasses. Hi Jared, my name's Sue.
I know.
It's not my first one.
I'm aware.
No. I love your answer to that last windy question. I'm getting it back. Nice. It was just a quick one about season 3. Just a quick one about season 3 of Supernatural. Cast your mind back a bit to the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
While you're having a quick thing, I just want to say, how's it going with Steve Pope and his niece and getting their registrations for the...
I'm not sure. I think she's still waiting, but you know,
Yeah.
we're hoping for the best. Oh, nice. It dimmed a little bit.
Yeah,
Is that better?
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Yeah. Yes, it's Supernatural Christmas. I remember the bit when you spiked Jensen's eggnog and he just carried on going. I'm just thinking, I've just seen that episode of the rewatch, and there must be a lot of wonderful memories of that. I know it's a bit of an ask. Anything that comes to mind you could share about it?
About the eggnog scene?
Not that in particular, that
Okay.
episode.
I mean, I think you almost
like you
heard the
had
eggnog
the
scene.
young Sandy as well and all sorts.
Yeah, it was. I loved the episode, and I remember filming it. I remember filming that scene. And I don't know, do y'all all know the eggnog story? Yeah. So somebody, I can't say who legally, somebody may have spiked it and not spiked it, but basically made it mostly not eggnog. So Jensen's reaction on camera is Jensen going, "You idiot," to whoever did it. Can neither confirm nor deny. Yeah, we had a great time. I think we shot it because it aired around Christmas. We shot it for Christmas, so I think we shot it like around October. And I don't know if a lot of y'all have been in Vancouver, but possibly my favorite time of the year in any city I've ever been to is around October in Vancouver. It starts to get into fall, and there's a smell in the air, and the city's so beautiful. And so it felt kind of Christmassy because it was cooler, and it was kind of like this great holiday feeling while shooting, which doesn't happen often. Usually you're like, oh, we're shooting a Valentine's Day episode, and it's December, or you're shooting a Halloween episode, and it's July. So that was nice. I think our Halloween episode was in July with Sam Hain. It was filmed in July. But we had a good time, and I think season 3 was a strange time as well for us because we were starting to introduce characters that didn't ultimately stay. Well, one character stayed, but in a different body. One that that's going to sound. I realized how that's going to sound before I said it. So, but yeah, so it was a different. It felt markedly different than seasons 1 and 2. And it was nice. It felt like we were finding our groove. Season one, I think we've been clear, we didn't really know what the show was going to be yet. And season 2, they kind of added some characters, and we still were trying to figure out what's working, what's not, where we're going to go with the show if the show keeps going. By season 3, I think we felt there's a few things that happened in a third season, or back in the day at least, before streamers and stuff. And you kind of go, if a show has gone on for 3 seasons and it's staying strong, then it makes sense that it'll go for a 4th. And if it stays strong, go for a 5th. And so there was like a feeling of confidence that we could go like, all right, well, we must be doing something right, and hopefully they want us to keep doing it. So it was a good time in my life.
Don't be too hard on yourself though. Seasons 1 and 2, they really stand.
No, they weren't.
They're fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. Some of my favorite episodes were in those seasons. But I just mean the feeling behind the Jared and Jensen feeling as opposed to the Sam and Dean and how it looked. And there were some great episodes, as you said. Yeah, thanks a bunch, Sue.
Thank you.
All I see is a wall. Again, love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm getting dragged into somewhere. But